The little cafe near the Seine had an atmosphere of quiet beauty. The central tables sat close to the bank of the river, and a small bee danced above a red branch of flowers. Sophie took a slow breath and began to breathe in the smell of coffee. She had always wanted to admire Paris like this, and now she could finally appreciate it. She had just finished an academic assignment from her university campus, so she could afford a short holiday. This arrival in Paris was more than a trip. It was a little achievement. Her ambition had always been to travel alone, and today she felt very brave. An announcement came from the cafe door. A tall agent from a travel company stepped inside and began to announce a free tour of the city. Sophie felt amazed. It was an alternative plan to her usual walk. She decided to join and quickly filled out an application. As she waited, a waiter in a smart cap set a coffee down with a soft bell ring. "Your appointment with Paris," he joked. She laughed and gave a quiet apology for her clumsy French. He wasn't annoyed at all. His friendly attitude seemed to attract everyone. Next to her, an aged man with a gentle smile started to analyze the menu. He said, "You can't go backwards now. You must try the croissant." She smiled. "I admit, that's my aim." On the table, an album of local art caught her eye. A famous painter had once painted a battle scene of the city's old border. Sophie began to bother the waiter with questions. He didn't mind. He loved to assist travelers and talk about the ceremony of old Parisian traditions. Suddenly, the café's fire alarm gave a loud ring. Everyone jumped. A tiny bubble of smoke came from the kitchen. The waiter rushed to ban anyone from entering while they checked. But it was only a basic problem, a loaf of bread left to bake too long. The chef gave a dramatic announcement that the oven was fine. The small scare turned into a spontaneous celebration. The waiter brought free cake as a benefit for everyone's patience. Sophie thought it was absolutely lovely. She watched as a young couple planned their wedding ceremony at the next table. The future bride wore a simple white cap and spoke of her ambitious plans. Sophie couldn't help but admire her confidence. By the time the sun began to bend low across the river, Sophie felt aware of how much she had experienced in a single afternoon. The cafe had become the base of a perfect memory. She took one last breath, looked ahead to her evening walk, and thought with a smile. Sometimes the best journeys start with a simple coffee and the courage to sit apart and enjoy it all.